Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck hit straight in one line. So your right palm on your left and gently close your eyes. Bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this meditation will help for us to develop our conventional life, and at the same time, how this will help for us to our spiritual path. So when it comes to this conventional life, as you know, nowadays, around the world, little by little, people start to talk about this war, and everywhere that always people get disturbed out of many events. So that is the very nature of the world, and it happens every day. From the beginning to today, in this human existence, we go through struggle, we go through fight, we go through war. So then you have to remember, this is the time that we experience it. But when we look at the human history, this is nothing. We are so lucky still in the world, most of people. Because world used to be a more dangerous place. But somehow, we don't know about tomorrow, but we have today. So then today what you can do? When situations come, people try to find out solutions. But through this practice, what we try to develop, before things happen, you are capable to develop undisturbed mind. Before things happen, you are capable to develop a very secure, unshakable environment within yourself. So that's why practice is very necessary. So when you keep practice every day, little by little, you gain some kind of tranquility state. And by the time you can develop it to deep, towards the deep contentment. But generally, for day-to-day life, you can have some kind of peace, and at the same time, you can have ability to come back to you. So otherwise, the mind always gets disturbed. So then remember yourselves. Even you come back again, you born again and again and again. This is going to be the world, because the world mostly depend from greed, hatred, and the delusion. So we experience it every day. It is very rare that we experience sometimes generosity, loving kindness, and wisdom. Most of time, the greed, hatred, and the delusion govern this world. So don't get disappointed for any reason. So whatever happened tomorrow, don't get disappointed. Don't get disturbed yourself, because your disturb itself ignite the anger, hatred, jealousy, and it ignite our emotions, and then we're going to react with the emotions. So in that way, we can't see the solutions. We can't see the reasons. So according to the Buddha's teaching, any situation in life, we don't talk about escaping, going away from situations, withdraw from situations, divorce from problems. No. What the Buddha taught, recognize, understand, go to the depth of it and see what is the very cause. What is the very reason for this? And from there, give the solutions to that, and then you are capable to get out of the problem. There is no any other way. So, but the thing is, to get into a problem, you have to have a very clear mind. You have to be unbiased from your own emotions. So that's why in day-to-day life, practicing this way will help you to have that ability. And the very disturbed, not the most of time this outside world. Look at our own body. Very disturbed come out of our own life. Very disturbed is within us. So even few minutes when we close our eyes and try to focus to breathing, see how sometimes how difficult it is. And sometimes we feel deeply uncomfortable. It's always there. It's always there. And in the future, when we get old, it's going to feel more and more and more. But at the same time, tranquility state, when you keep focus little by little, you're capable to recognize and understand and settle down with the tranquility state. What does that mean? So tranquility state also there. Tranquility state also within us. So whatever then you train, whatever you bring up, it's going to be there with you. So if you always bring the discomfort, then it's going to be there. If you always bring the tranquility state, it's going to be there. So that is why practicing means you brush up yourself, and with your conscious decision, you allow your tranquility state to settle down. In that way, you can have the ability merge with the clarity. Once you have the clarity, so whatever around us, we are capable to see things very clearly within outside, and at the same time, as a foundation, we are capable to see the very condition of our own mind. So that means you are capable to deal with the situation with undisturbed mind. That is the solution. Even just imagine we talk about the loving kindness, compassion, empathy, this kind of qualities. But if you have a disturbed mind, angry mind, fearful mind, so how out of that kind of mind, what kind of loving kindness you can do? So that's why always remember, practice little by little, this tranquility state. Develop this undisturbed mind. And then by the time you are capable to go deeper and understand your own thoughts, and you can maneuver it with this critical analytical understanding, especially with the perception and whatever we recognize within ourselves, and we are capable to manage that and deeply recognize this everything come as a result of something. Another thing is, whatever we experience, that all we experience because of many other reasons behind that. And whatever the name or the form we hold, it is happen only in our mind. And once you come to that understanding, that is where you are slowly withdraw from your own mind, this mental imagination. Why? Because sometimes we are holding to our own story so strongly. And sometimes some people sacrifice their whole life for the story they hold into their own mind. That's mean whatever they develop the imagination within them. This is very difficult for us to let go. But still, there is a way, little by little, rather than thinking about letting go, because we can't do it like that way. We have to strengthen our mind, we have to strengthen our awareness, clarity. So as a result of that, naturally, it starts to detach. Otherwise, without any understanding, if you try to let go, it's going to bounce back to you. Then you just you just struggle with the thoughts. But practicing doesn't mean you struggle with thoughts. When you deeply have the tranquility state and the clarity, and when you see how things come to be as they are, naturally, you detach from the names and the forms we hold. And that is where we withdraw from this worldly nature, because otherwise the worldly nature, that we want to see the world the way we want. We are not willing to see the world as it is. We always try to see the world the way we want. That itself called the samsara. That itself is the struggle of life. That's why we sacrifice everything, because we want to see the way we want. But again and again, everything go back to its own place. But the thing is, our struggle, we keep doing. And we repeating again and again. But once the mind becomes very clear, you slowly withdraw from that. And then you recognize there is a certain kind of behavior, there is a certain kind of way that everything works. So then you take responsibility to your own mind and your own actions, and then you maintain that. Because the deeds that we are performing, And according to that intention or the deeds that bring the result towards us. So this is the method then. The deeds that are dark going to be with the dark result. So what is the dark deeds mean? Greed, hatred, and the delusion. If the intention related to the greed, hatred, jealousy, anger, ignorance, so then it's a kind of like a dark deed. So then the result cannot be bright. It's going to be dark. Wherever, whoever you do, it doesn't matter. So one should recognize that you withdraw from that dark result, that the dark deeds. You look around, you take care of your own mind, you take care of your own heart. You don't allow that darkness to exist in you. Whatever the greed, hatred, or the delusion arise in you, right away, you recognize that and you withdraw from it. So the deeds that are bright always bring the bright result. So then one should know that in the very first level, you minimize the dark deeds in you and you maximize the bright deeds. So that is where the effort you need again and again, again and again. So the effort you have to put it to inside you to change the intention. Because sometimes on the surface level, it look like very nice, but deeper, we don't change the intention. And some deeds are dark and bright both. So that kind of things, the result also going to be the same like that. And there are some deeds that neither dark nor bright. It's just action. So this all, we are responsible. And maybe today or right away in that very moment or tomorrow or within another week, another month, another year, so like that. The result can come according to whatever the intention that we hold. So then remember yourself. If you want to develop an undisturbed lifestyle, look into you and develop this introspection and see the intention deeply and start to work with it. Get out of slowly these dark deeds. And then by the time what will happen? You generate it kind of like you cultivating, you maintaining a garden. Every day you have to put the effort, but by the time you start to get the result. So like that in the life, sometimes what happens? When everything good, when the environment, when the situations is good, what we do? We develop most of the dark things inside us. We don't care about the life. We don't care about our security. We don't care about our discomfort or we don't care about the danger. So we enjoy, we having fun. But once the things start to come towards us, what happens? We start to look for help and we start to look, what should I do? How I can? So then remember, overnight we can't take out this. Overnight we can't change. So that's why you need the practice every day, step by step, little by little, little by little. Always remember, whatever the lifestyle, wherever you go, whatever you do, so always merge with the anchor with this spiritual practice little bit. And very important part is maintaining an undisturbed mind. So you are responsible for that, because your disturbed mind can disturb other people. So at the same time, your undisturbed mind can help other people. So then always look into that. Take the responsibility and maintain. So when it comes to that undisturbed mind, there are a few principles that you have to develop. So one is the faith, conviction, trust. You have to develop towards something more higher source. You have to hold it to something stronger or higher, better than you. So that means you have to have a story higher than the story that you're telling to yourself. So that's why liberation or the Nibbana or enlightenment, so like that, we have a higher purpose and we merge with that, we clinging to that, we hold it to that, and that will encourage us to keep practice. That will help us to get out of that our own inner story. So always look into that. Then what is in your mind and what you believe is very important. Every day question it. Purify that you are believing. And when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, you should not believe it blindly. You always have to believe anything with the wisdom. You should know what it is. You should know why you believe that. So work every day, little by little, little by little. So that will clear your path. And then when the turbulence happens, you're not going to be worried. You're not going to become kind of like a fearful. Another one is effort. So how much you put the effort to eradicate the darkness inside you and bring the light to yourself. Because most of time, when everything going well, we just try to invite the darkness to ourselves sometimes. So then be careful, be mindful whenever you have opportunity, bring the brightness to, bring the light to inside you. Work for that. Get out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion and develop the loving kindness, generosity, and the compassion. Little by little, every day, 5 minutes, may all living beings be well and happy. Practice. Without any judgment. Without any expectations. With the open heart. You wish all the best to others. Without putting any favor to somebody. So it is very difficult because sometimes we like to wish to be well and happy for our friends, family members, the people we know. It's not like that. So you have to uplift your mind to humanity. You are not taking a part. You are not taking a side. I like this side. Oh, this person is right. This person is wrong. It's not like that. Both are people. Both are human. Both are capable to attain to the liberation. Inside that both of them, there is a Buddha. So then, can we see, get out of our favor, and can we see the humanity? Because the Buddha's teaching based with the power of the mind, based with the humanity. So anybody, whatever the people done, whatever the situation, anybody have opportunity to become new. So are you willing to give the opportunity for anyone who willing to recover from situation? Are you willing to give a chance? We can't do it 100% for everybody, but at least little by little, you have to go towards. And the mindfulness, knowingly, very clearly, that knowingly the very condition of the mind, knowingly the very condition of the environment or the background, can you handle the situations? And tranquility state. And can you settle down for a moment yourself? And can you take a conscious decision not to get disturbed from anything? Just for a moment. Of course, we have to engage with the world. We have to engage with situations. But when you want, can you withdraw from that? Oh, any situation can push your buttons. If it is so, then you have to be very careful. Because then your life going to become so painful. Because everybody start to push the buttons, and then you become very disappointed. So that's why tranquility state give opportunity for yourself to settle down a little bit. And end of things that we have to remember, we have to develop the wisdom. So the wisdom, there are many ways. That one is you have to have the knowledge ahead regarding the world. You have to know before. So that what you know before you say something, before you do something, before you think something, what you know is very important, because that's going to become the foundation for your that moment of action. So then you have to be very clear. Otherwise, if that background, if that foundation is something else, and then you expecting another thing, it's not going to work. So that's why this practicing will help you to make your mind very clear before you start any action. So fundamentally, we experience this everything because of the change. So then whatever we experience belong to the change. And then once you have that, once it become your before knowledge, then so before you do something, you know it will change. So then you are not have expectations, you not develop any kind of hopes. Whatever the things that arising in you or do by you, going to be permanent here. So once you know that, you become very careful. And then, so whatever the unwholesome things arise from you, you withdraw from that before you do it. Why? Because you know it's not going to be permanent, and then doing it, it's just, you create unnecessary situation. And wholesome actions, you do it more clearly with the more effort. Why? Because you know this opportunity going to go away, this will change, and before this change, you have to do it. So that's how you withdraw from the dark deeds and you develop the brighter deeds. So this wisdom, when you maneuver this wisdom within inside you, so by the time your life going to become more clear, and then little by little, you can go deeper into contentment within yourself. That's why you gain undisturbed mind. That's why you're going to see the world as world. Otherwise, always we're going to be unhappy. So that's why Dharma will help you to get out of that unhappiness. There is a happiness in you, there is an unhappiness in you. There is a tranquility state in you, there is a disturb in you. There is a fear in you, and at the same time, there is a comfort in you. But according to your intention, whatever you select, again and again, again and again, your conscious decision pull it up. So that repetition, once that current become high, and it start to come naturally. So that's why meditation in another way is consciously you are capable to merge with the awareness. Tranquility state. Contentment. So by the time once it become, that energy become more higher, it start to come kind of like naturally. So you develop a flow. So once you have that flow, that is why your mind become more strong and clear to thoroughly, deeply, and you are capable to analyze your own deeper mental formations, anchors, and take out very deep things. So that's how this practice goes. So then as soon as possible, you work for yourself. Don't worry about the world, because the world has its own way. So we are part of the world, but at the same time, remember that whatever you see, whatever you hear, is just a part of something. It's like the full moon. The full moon, the other half of the moon we don't see, but still we say it is full moon. That's why when the situations come in the world, and whatever the world we see, of course, it's a part of the world, but our own form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition happening within ourselves is the unseen part of this world. So once you see that, you are capable to uplift your own awareness from, it doesn't matter whatever the situation in the world. But if you don't see that part of this world, whatever the world that you see, or even it doesn't matter how good it is, you're not going to get anything out of it. So that's why always remember yourself and go into deeper into your own mind and brush up yourself and clean yourself and bring the brightness from you. Let your mind, let your heart to be bright and shine from inside with the loving kindness, generosity, compassion, and wisdom. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left, and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light to spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjisami Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.